Olá, hoje começo com vampiros, mas olhem que não são os vampiros conhecidos. As estrelas de Crepúsculo estão de regresso. Twilight Saga, Amanhecer, parte 1, está visto, está para durar. Preparem-se, jovens fãs, porque temos para a conversa o Robert Pattinson.
O primeiro filme da saga Twilight, que mistura vampiros e também humanos adolescentes, conta o início de uma avassaladora e quase impossível história de amor. No segundo, essa história de amor complica-se e torna-se num intenso triângulo amoroso. Na terceira adaptação cinematográfica desta saga inicialmente literária, a dimensão e a força desse amor proibido provocam uma guerra. Amanhecer Parte 1 é o quarto filme e para Robert Pattinson, que interpreta Edward Cullen, o mais famoso dos vampiros, o amor continua a ser o fio condutor desta saga de sucesso.
It's kind of love, but in a more... It's not the initial... it's not about initial attraction to someone you love. It's about knowing that you love them and then figuring out how to make that work. And on top of that, having impossible problems thrown on top of you and in between you, which you have to overcome.
Se o início deste quarto capítulo é marcado pelo aguardado enlace entre Edward e Bella, a inesperada gravidez que segue a noite de núpcias põe em risco a vida da jovem humana, tal como reaviva um antigo conflito. E pela quarta vez, Edward quer salvar Bella.
Get ready, they're coming for Bella.
I'm not gonna touch her.
Is it still challenging to play Edward for the first time?
Yeah, this one was, I think, more challenging than the last. I kind of felt the same on this one than I did on the first one, because they were just... for one thing, after you've played the same character for a while, then suddenly you have to do some vaguely similar things which you have to figure out new ways of presenting, but also totally new scenarios which you can't fall back on sort of things you've done before or easy options. This is the first one I've been nervous about. There were like a ton of scenes in it which I came to work nervous. And
really?
And the second and third ones I never really felt nervous at all. So.
But why this time?
Because I think you with Edward you kind of get into a habit of his movement and stuff. It was always kind of similar. There was a rhythm there which you could just sort of slip into, and this one, there were scenes where you couldn't use his normal characteristics, and so you kind of had to reinvent stuff, but at the same time it was kind of scary because you didn't want to suddenly be playing a brand new character.
Hey, Mark.
Equilíbrio por vezes difícil de alcançar e para o qual muito contribuiu a ajuda e a própria realização de Bill Condon. O realizador conseguiu inovar o aspecto visual da saga e até trazer-lhe algum humor.
Set. And action.
I think he wasn't afraid to make it sentimental again. This one feels the most to me like the first one. I mean, it was a kind of, it's things like the wedding. I mean, he made that such a sort of little like a fantasy wedding, and you could have done it in a more grim way, or you could kind of show that there's going to be danger later on, but he was like, no, I just want to do the perfect wedding because everyone wants to see the perfect wedding, and he did stuff like that which was really sweet. And also his sense of humor is very much throughout the movie as well, and the Twilight movies, I mean, there's not that much humor in them a lot of the time, and kind of Bill really sort of pushed it, I think.
We thought you needed something blue.
And something old. Besides your mother.
Nice.
Bill Condon assina este filme que representa a primeira parte da adaptação cinematográfica do quarto livro da saga Twilight. A segunda parte foi já inteiramente rodada pelo realizador nova-iorquino, mas tem estreia prevista apenas para o próximo ano.
3, 2, 1, go!
How does it feel to get towards the end of this huge saga?
I don't know yet. I mean, I've got another 2 years at least where I know I'm going to have to be talking about Twilight a lot and doing a lot of Twilight related stuff. But yeah, it's kind of nice in a way because I've been having to fit in other movies in between Twilight movies, and so I've been rushing all the time up until 2 months ago. Basically, I've just worked constantly, and and now there's a little bit of time to sort of think about what you're going to do next. It's kind of a nice feeling.
Não faltarão agora, de certo, projetos a Robert Pattinson para se afirmar na indústria cinematográfica, mas sobretudo para se afastar da imagem de eterno vampiro adolescente. Um trabalho que o ator já iniciou, por exemplo, com o filme Cosmopolis, de David Cronenberg, produzido por Paulo Branco, que tem também estreia marcada para o próximo ano.
It's finished, and that was I went straight onto Cosmopolis when I finished this. Yeah, and it's kind of I think it's going to be pretty incredible that movie.
Mas por agora, apesar do registro ser bem diferente, é na pele de Edward Cullen que pode assistir ao desempenho deste promissor ator inglês.